So the publication by Master Li with the title "How Mankind or Why Mankind Came to Be" talks about the Creator instructed the divine to make the human body, and then the Creator also give the human body a spirit, and therefore created a human being. And then the Creator also made a home for the human being called Earth. And in order for the Earth to stably exist, our Creator has to make a larger structure called the three realms, which contains 33 layers of heaven. And let the human being at the lowest level called the desire realm. Above that, with lust realm and lustless realm, altogether 33 levels, and this gigantic structure is called the three realms. And the three realms allows the human spirit to reincarnate. It's called a sixfold reincarnation. So it's a very complicated, gigantic system of life, of reincarnation. Our Creator planned for the lives to first mature inside of the human body. Our Creator also planned and created a human culture and created human operational mode of thinking and behavior, right? Our Creator also, installed morality, human morals, to make sure the human beings follow an operational mode in the human world, right? Our Creator used 200 million years to make everything happen the way right now we are living. So this is the result of a gigantic program that our Creator planned so carefully to assure that all lives in the universe, all beautiful creations in the universe, can ultimately be saved at the end of the time. This is no joke. This is so serious. And this whole thing cannot go wrong. Everything has to operate in the correct way. So all the mechanism is installed to make sure that at the end of the time, which is today, things will proceed according to the rescue plan. How that's going to work? My understanding is that the lives in the three realm, went through this 200 million years of reincarnation, right? 200 million years of reincarnation. And our Creator has, according to the second lecture, why the Creator seeks to save all life. Our Creator has multiple function, means a clone, like a clone, right? Function, like one body can be divided into many, many, many other bodies, right? So our Creator had many functions, like the clones. And our Creator entered into the human world. Throughout the 200 million years, our Creator became human. Multiple clones of our Creator become different human beings and entered the human world and played all kinds of characters and ultimately designed and laid down human thoughts, human behavior, human culture, human morality, and established all relationships with all the lives that our Creator planned to save. Okay. So our Creator made a very careful plan and invested all the resources to assure the ultimate salvation will be successful. So throughout the 200 million years, ultimately human mind is matured, human conduct is matured, human culture is set up, human morality is safeguarded, right? everything is all matured, and then finally, last episode started 5,000 years ago. This is the last cycle of human civilization after 200 million years. And this is the last 5,000 years. And at the beginning of the last 5,000 years, China became the central stage. Our creator reincarnated into a Chinese. And the biggest gods in the universe all reincarnated into Chinese. And together with our creator, they start to create the history of China. So you have the Yellow Emperor, you have the Shen Nong, you have many incredible figures, the Sui and the Jing and the Zhou, right? All the dynasties, one dynasty after another. And the 5,000 years, basically, all the important representatives in the universe of different levels, all the biggest, representatives for each domain of the universe, they all came to the human world and become human. They all wear the human clothes. And they all first go into China. They spend the first 200 years on the land of China. And then they established their relationship with the creator. Okay, the creator was the emperor, in China. And then you have the officials. They calm down and then they start to work with the creator. And on the human stage, basically it's the emperor and the officials. And it is the father and the mother. It is the husband and the wife. It is the parents and the children, right? It is the, people who display the most important moralities, such as in the three kingdoms, right? And you have Zhuge Liang, right? Sima Yi, right? And you have Han Xin. You have Confucius, you have Lao Tzu, you have all those great emperors, one dynasty after another. Many of the figures were actually, from the creator. The very famous people in the entire human history, it was played by the creator. Okay, not only in China, but in the Europe, you have all those very famous European figures, right? From ancient to now, Socrates, Plato, right? And all the, philosophers, all the emperors, great warriors, great generals, and whatever, Or spiritual teachers like Jesus, right? And Moses, right? Abraham, right? So all those people, whatever that's left in the entire human history of the 5,000 years, these are all the creator reincarnate into the human world and led to the gods in the universe, to the human world wearing human body, and together created the human culture and the human history. Okay. In order to assure that at the end of the time, human being will be able to understand the teachings of the Creator, the entire 5,000 years was planned to lay down the mind architecture, the human world structure, human culture, human relationship, and everything was planned very carefully by our Creator for the final moment. So it's a big time software that our creator planned for the whole human world, with all the gods in the universe. They all came into the human world wearing human body, together getting ready for the final salvation. So the word salvation is no joke, and the mechanism of salvation is no joke. And the Creator has a software. So it's really up to the human being at the end of the time, follow human morality, follow the software, and don't break it, don't violate it. And if those people who can truly follow the software and always follow human morality, follow the traditional values, follow the words of the divine teachers like Jesus, Confucius, Buddha, right? Moses, and with all these different righteous religions, teachings, it's all about maintaining human morality. Fundamentally, doesn't matter how many gods and Buddha come down to the world and teaching whatever, it is only for setting up a human culture. It's only for preparing human mind to make sure human mind is not going to be too corrupt to destroy themselves, to maintain the human world to a balance until our Creator ready to deliver the ultimate salvation at the end of the time. And the moment the Creator starts to show up to deliver the ultimate salvation, the human world needs to be selected. Only people who are good enough, they will be able to recognize our Creator's teaching. Not everybody can just randomly, have everything. So there is a criteria also set up by our Creator. It's a very fundamental criteria is that although everybody is given the information of salvation, but it's up to each individual to evaluate and choose. Just like Noah was building the ark, Noah tells everybody, come to my ark, because there will be a big flood. And people at the time didn't want to believe him. Modern time right now, the end of the time, when the Creator is teaching 3 words, truthfulness, compassion, forbearance, and delivered the ultimate salvation mechanism through a Qigong practice called Falun Gong. And it started in the worst place on the earth, Communist China. Because if a teaching can survive in Communist China, it can survive anywhere else. And our Creator even wants to save the Communist Party, the devil, because it's also the creation of our Creator. Even the devil is a creation of our Creator. So certainly our Creator didn't want to leave any life behind. So even the Communist Party, the devil, our Creator also wants to give it a chance to be saved. So that's why Falun Gong was introduced first in Communist China. Why? China, for 5,000 years, was always traditional Chinese culture. Why at the end of the time, the salvation time, it turned into Communist China? It is because Communist Party of China, the devil, is also created for the very purpose of selection. Okay. When a human being is about to be saved, the human being's spirit is very corrupt. It's very selfish. Okay? It's very polluted. And in order to purify the very polluted spirit, the human spirit has to be tested, has to be put into fire to burn, right? Look how people make iron, steel. You have to burn, burn. And elixir is also made, has a big furnace, a burner. All the precious purification process in the human world all involves burning. Persecution on the surface is a political thing. The evil Chinese Communist government persecuting Falun Gong practitioners. But spiritually, the evil beings in China, they were just like a coal. They're being burned. Okay? And the fire is used to train the gods of the future. So the Chinese people, this life, who become Chinese, the spirits of the Chinese people, they are all big time, high level gods. Although they walk around ugly, small, yellow skin, doesn't look that beautiful anymore. Chinese people looks ugly, weak, no, not very handsome. The man is not very handsome anymore, but behind that ugly body is the spirit of great gods. So when the Chinese people start to practice Falun Gong, you have an entire nation target these practitioners. For what purpose? To train them, to make them strong, to make them eventually rise beyond humanness. So everything in the human world is very opposite. Persecution for the Falun Gong practitioner is unavoidable. Because when the human spirit needs to be purified, there's nothing better than persecution. Only through persecution, a human spirit will start to come into senses what is the essence of life. What do you really want? Why you are alive as a human being? When people are persecuted and painful, they have to seriously realize why I want to practice Falun Gong. Only when they are beaten up, tortured, for some of them. If they are not beaten up and tortured, they don't remember who they were. They forgot who they were. It was in the middle of almost dying, tortured to death, almost dying, they start to remember who they were. Dr. Wang is a clear example of it. Dr. Wang was totally lost in the human world. Okay? But when she was facing life and death choice, she realized who she was. She said, I'm a mother. She started to come back to her senses and no longer want to become a modern science researcher, and she wanted to be a cultivator. She started to realize the love of the Creator is what she's waiting for, not the love of Alan, not the love of Mr. Brian, not the love of other men. She was waiting life after life for the love of the Creator. And the love of the Creator is always with her, but she forgot. She started to chase for human sentimental love. That's why she was in big trouble. Everywhere, you know. Only when she was beaten up, she was divorced, she was humiliated, she lost everything, she started to realize those are not important. Those are not the essence of her. Those are all garbage. Then she found her true self. Then she found the Creator. Then she recognized the Creator. Then she followed the Creator. Now she's the messenger of the Creator. So this is the true essence of salvation in the human world. This is the truth of persecution. Persecution is for awakening. It's for fulfilling. It's for making gods, as a matter of fact. But the persecutors, are they going to be rewarded for what they have done? Our Creator says no. The persecutors will be all destroyed. Okay? Because this is a heaven's law. These are the creators. These are the Creator's chosen ones. And the Falun Dafa practitioners are the chosen ones by the Creator. And anybody persecute Falun Gong practitioners, they will face ultimate destruction. That's the foundation for the future. So that's why Falun Dafa practitioners constantly tell people, don't persecute. Because our Creator doesn't need people to persecute the Falun Gong practitioners, the practitioners, if they follow the Creator's instruction and practicing human morality and repent. No need to suffer from this horrible persecution. The persecution was due to the old universe law. So throughout the whole persecution time, our Creator constantly telling the old universe gods, don't persecute my students. You don't need to persecute my students, because my students can be totally washed clean by the great law of the universe. And they don't need to be treated like the old way that the old universe always treated the old cultivators. like the Buddha students, like Jesus students, right? Like Confucius students. You know, throughout the human history, the old universe has its old universal law to determine that whoever wants to become a god needs to be persecuted. So the old universe gods still try to use the same way to try to make the Falun Gong practitioners successful. But our Creator says, stop. You guys don't need to do that. I have my way of making my students all succeed in their cultivation. And don't persecute. They don't listen. They say, we don't know. We don't know your way. This is our way. We're going to have to follow our way. And because of these old gods follow their way, they destroyed many precious students. So they are also going to be destroyed. Whoever destroyed a practitioner, they themselves will be destroyed. That's the law set up by our Creator. That's why the Falun Dafa practitioners are very compassionate. Although they are being persecuted, they continuously tell people who are persecuting them, don't persecute. You know, stop persecution. And let's love each other. Let's work together. You know, and let's cultivate our hearts. Following Falun Dafa. Truthfulness, compassion, forbearance. So this is the reason of anti-persecution. The old law in the universe are guiding old operational mode, leading to lots of gods committing crime against Falun Dafa practitioners. And those gods will be destroyed if they continue to do what they insist on do, because Master Li already told them, don't do that. But they don't want to listen to Master Li. They consider themselves to be bigger and higher than Master Li too. So they don't believe that this is our Creator. People don't believe that Master Li represents the law of the universe, represents the Creator. Although Master Li is a human right now, in the human world, wearing a human body. But behind that human body, who Master Li truly is, Falun Dafa practitioners know. So Falun Dafa practitioners have no doubt that behind Master Li, not the human Master Li, many layers keep on going all the way to our Creator. But Master Li doesn't ask the practitioners call Master Li Buddha, God. Master Li said, I'm a human. Okay? I'm your teacher. And you treat me just like your teacher in the human world. And it really doesn't matter who I am. Most important is that you need to do the best for your interest and make the right choice. To recognize the law of the universe and to become one with the law of the universe. That's why you are alive as a human being. That's why you are a Falun Dafa practitioner, because you signed a pledge. You made a vow to our Creator to come here to become a human and to cultivate following our Creator's guidance. And ultimately you succeed. And when you succeed in cultivation, your whole world is saved. If you don't follow your vow, you will lose your life. That's your vow with the Creator. So as a matter of fact, every Falun Dafa practitioner made a vow with the Creator. And our Creator treats Falun Dafa practitioners exactly according to the vow. Our Creator makes sure these practitioners are awakened and start to practice Falun Dafa, and the body is gradually replaced by high energy matter, from the most microcosmic level to the highest particle, the biggest particle called the molecules. Okay, so every day through studying Zhuan Falun, every day through doing 5 sets of exercises, and the whole body is being transformed and gradually replaced by the new universe. The human body itself corresponds to the old universe. And when you do Falun Dafa exercises, your body is gradually replaced by the new universe. When you complete your cultivation, your entire body is already a new universe. And all the people you represent is already delivered into the new universe. That's the mechanism of salvation. You ask how the Creator used the human body to deliver salvation. Is to let the spirit enter into the human body, to reincarnate for 200 million years. And then the Creator comes. And after 200 million years of preparation, the human body is ready. And then the Creator will guide the human body to do Falun Dafa exercises and allow the human mind to recognize the teachings of Falun Dafa teachings. And through the interaction between the master and the students, Master Li and the Falun Dafa practitioners, every practitioner's body corresponds to a part of the universe. When the entire community of the Falun Dafa practitioners finish cultivation, the new universe is finished. And all the gods are already become the gods of the new universe. And each god has an entire universe become the human body. So this god can travel from the human realm all the way to the highest realm in the universe. This whole road is connected now. It's reconnected. Okay? So the universe is renewed and the gods are saved. That is how the mechanism of salvation by the Creator. And that's why only people like myself who cultivate understand how the Creator delivers salvation to all beings, all gods, all lords, all creation in the old universe, and then deliver them to the new universe. It is a Falun Dafa practice. It's a Falun Dafa cultivation way. It is one book and 5 sets of exercises. That's the good news. And a lot of people don't believe it, but I want to tell you, this is it. This is the ultimate mechanism.